I've used unique psychology to initiate the true audience genealogy. Join the meta science mystery for the real Scientology, like monotheistic religions. More souls get conditioned with my doctrine. Your cognition will make Big Brother. Plus you start thinking outside the box. Real souls went to the school of hard knocks, influencing young minds to be headstocks. Minds destroy the paradox. I'm radical. Listen to the bars. I'm radical. My spirit is rational. Elohim are infallible. Check it. Come while meditating, I connect with the ancestors, including Atom Ray, the sunhead dog. Ray don't burn me, got my melanin. It's a receptor. While I turn into diamonds under pressure. Cause next room are my protectors. While my soul shapeshifts into black holes, I continue to rap my old scrolls. Think of my empress with birth control. She says, you save me from being a Barbie doll. She holds me tight. I say, oh God, cause I ain't your Romeo. Cause I can't try black window. And you're not ready to have a child. That's indigo. After my mission is complete, I switch off the matrix so I can destroy the feeling and rejuvenate my life force that feels depleted. Don't forget, I'm radical, so the flow and the beat, this song will be playing when there's a revolution in the streets. I'm radical, listen to the bars, I'm radical. My spirit is rational. Elohim are infallible.
We will. There's one coming, right? One coming to rescue.
Just go in. Bury me a tree. Yeah. These are bars you can't ignore. I come with peace. However, disagree beings must be deceased. Let the devil know his contract's been released. For eternity, my consciousness will increase. People are overwhelmed on my G. I thought I was fit with all the energy. Constant raising extrasensory. I change for the elementary. My high priest is there to console. While my kundalini takes control, exercise the influence of an old soul. Old souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Cause we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. My mental is unorthodox. That's why the cows who I think you're shutting down like a bulldog. I'm from a Goldilocks. I eat from a phone shop. I'm a voice box. Of course, deployed light to blind. Fly, third eye, so far I decline. But I use chicken slider to climb. Jason 28 to heaven within my mind. My ego pretends to be the victim, but I destroy those flaws with my wisdom. I liberate from this mental prison matrix. Emotionless facilitates my soul to be risen. I shut down the cabal system. I build the knowledge of mysticism and making for correct decisions. Your biorhythms will make you clear of your own intuition. Six senses. All souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend, cause we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. There's no no limit to my spirit. But more still death to my lyrics. Singing shit can't mimic my flow. Slow their bias in the ready quick. Like a dog in the sound was my limitations. Sound get cryptic. How could they guide me through this illusion? Tore my soul to escape confusion. In conclusion, my spirit is more mighty than you can fusion. Four falls through doors than the last one. That is better science. Connecting with genuine old souls who form the greatest alliance. Transform us into science. Like the pyramids through the sea. Solo product from Orion. Always have faith and keep trying. Trying in this round. Everybody needs some guidance. Tune into this frequency. Then you'll hear what one is providing. Harmony and divinity will be what's coinciding. All souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Because we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. All souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Because we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. All souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Because we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. All souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Because we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. All souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Because we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. All souls have no beginning or end. You know, sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Because we don't follow any trends. We don't die, we only transcend. All souls have no beginning or end. Sometimes it's hard for us to blend. Because we don't die, we only transcend. Come on, freedom, METASCIENCE, freedom, like a runaway slave, freedom, like I just got paid, freedom, come on, freedom, METASCIENCE, freedom, come on, METASCIENCE, freedom, I can't hear you, freedom, say it with your chest, freedom. All my queens, let me hear you say freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. All my children, let me hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my sisters, let me hear you say freedom. Put your fist in the air to show that you care. The high priest and the freedom fighters are the bloodless worst nightmare. Let us prepare to damage and tear. This new world order that is treated us unfair. First revolution is a Russian. This is a freedom song, so sing along. We're a million men strong, the war is on because Babylon did us wrong. The time is now to be awake to broadcast the news that is fake. I'm the high priest when I get high, let's click. When the war is over, heaven on earth is what we're going to create. A high priest and his mental science soldiers and his freedom fighters. It's time to concentrate. Elohim, forgive us for our sins. No hell's only wins, destroy the evil side of him. Freedom, 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 like a runaway slave, freedom, like I just got freedom when I'm smoking the J, freedom, every single day. Let me hear you say freedom, freedom. All my queens, let me hear you say freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. All my child brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my sisters, let me hear you say freedom, 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 freedom. Let us prepare, keep damage and this new world order that is treated us unfair. First solution is a Russian. This is a freedom song, so sing along. We're a million man strong, the war is only cause Babylon did us wrong. Freedom, 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 come on, freedom, 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 I can't hear you, freedom, Say it with your chest, freedom, freedom. All my queens, let me hear you say freedom. All my kings, let me hear you say freedom. All my child brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my brothers, let me hear you say freedom. All my sisters, let me hear you say freedom. Freedom. Like a runaway slave. Freedom. Like I just got freedom. When I'm smoking the drink. Freedom. Every single day. Let's go, METASCIENCE. Everybody. I can't hear you. Let's go, METASCIENCE. We won't be silent until you stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. It'll be all right, METASCIENCE. Let's go. No, I be someone else superhero in these streets. For living raw life, 6 feet deep, idolizing true rappers. Peace, Samantha. Freedom. Children, stop the violence and listen to me. Black men, that is PCs. We won't be silent. Stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Squash the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Big girl, that ain't someone else feels your pain. He's telling you cause he's insane. Pack your bags and leave him. Catch that string. Or if it is emergency, that ain't someone will pay for your pain. And as long as you're in my arms, he will never hurt you again. And as for your man, listen to me, boy, you come correct. How dare you? Your queen, it's time for your punishment from the grand architect. That ain't someone else on the mission to protect. I collect the queens, I ain't neglect. Yeah, I'm talking to queens, I ain't neglect. We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Watch the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. We won't be silent until we stop the violence. Put the gun down, put the knife down. We don't want to lose another life. Watch the beat. It's time to unite. Mama, don't cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Are you ready for the revolution? Let me hear you say, hell yeah! Are you ready? Hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. METASCIENCE. To the 1% admit defeat. Real talk, METASCIENCE. It's the oppressor that's giving us high blood pressure. The revolution's now or never. So let's destroy Babylon together. Marching in the streets cause it's revolution. Do or die right now cause it's revolution. Time's up now cause it's revolution. And the days is here cause it's revolution. Cause it's revolution. Queens, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me say revolution. Come on. Revolution, 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 revolution. Now, before we start, we first must give thanks and praises to Amun Ray, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Marduk, Melchizedek, Al Qadir, Usa, Uset, Eru, Anu, Enki, Ma'at, Ptah, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, METASCIENCE. To mommy, to daddy, to granny, to granddad, to the ancestors, and to the most high. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illallah. Greetings, my spiritual warriors and my METASCIENCE soldiers, and Samantha and Lady M, and all you kings and queens and gods and goddesses. My name is the High Priest Amun. And welcome to the METASCIENCE Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via OmegaFMradio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM. Now, tonight, if you want to see the High Priest Amun live and direct in 4K vision at OmegaFMRadio.co.uk's headquarters, all you have to do is go onto YouTube, type in on the YouTube search engine Amun L, which is spelled Amun as in A for Africa, M for magnificent, U for upliftment, N for Nubian, space L, which is spelled E for Elyon and L for love. As you click search, you will see the High Priest Amun L's YouTube channel. Smash that red button that says subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified when High Priest Amun L's dropping new content or going live. We're getting ready for the Revolution project. We've already got a lot of content posted this week. High Priest Amun L has been doing the most. So make sure you go and check out that YouTube channel and also check out METASCIENCE ministries.co.uk. You're done. No, METASCIENCE. Also, if you want to see the High Priest Amun L live and direct in OmegaFMRadio.co.uk's studio, you can also go onto Instagram and type in on Instagram search engine high_priest_720, which is spelled high as in H for hero, I for intuition, G for God, H for hero _priest, which is spelled P for perfect, R for respect, I for intuition, E for Elyon, S for success, T for terrific _720. As you click search, you will see the High Priest Amun L's Instagram page. Smash that button that says follow. High Priest Amun L will follow you back, and you will see High Priest Amun L live in OmegaFMRadio.co.uk's headquarters. You're done. No METASCIENCE. Also, shout out to Samantha on the Instagram. Shout out to Kaz. Shout out to Lady M. Shout out to Uncle. Shout out to all the DJs. Shout out to Creeps or Creeper. Shout out to Uncle. Shout out to DJ Maron or Spiritual Doctor that's coming in. Yeah, shout out to everybody. You're done now. METASCIENCE. Now, let's turn it down. Okay. The time is 8:35. Now, this week in UK or London, UK, it's been all right. Last week, it was peak, you know. It was peak still. Like, on one occasion last week, it was like -4. Some places -8. You can imagine. -8, you know. I was going Kent last weekend. And it got to the point when High Priest Amun L got to Kent, like the deep Kent, not no Bexley Heath, not no Sidcup, not no Maidstone, but the Herne Bay, you know. Herne Bay, you know. It got to the point where High Priest Amun L was in the car. We're driving all the way there. And you know them country roads there, that M2 as well, all the way to the end, you know. M2 all the way to the end. There's parts of that motorway where it's just dark. No lights. You only got the reflector things on the road. And that's and they expect that in pitch black. Remember, Kent is country, so it's not built up. Most of the motorway is just field or farm, and it's dark. And I was speeding down that motorway in pitch black. I have to use the fog lights every second, turning it on, flickering it on, so that I can see like the lane, because you can't see the lane when it's that dark. And on top of it, it's -8, them sides. And it's like, I put someone else got the heat on full blast. And it was okay in London until we got to Kent. And the heater was just blowing cold air, you know. I put someone, I was like, what's going on? You get me? Like it's supposed to be hot. And I was cold. And then I realized -8. The car is traveling at -8. And that heater that's allegedly supposed to be like 32 32 degrees, has to battle with the cool air, well, not the cool air, the freezing air. So it makes sense why the car was cold. Anyway, we managed to do the mission and come back. And it was long. It was long for real. But we did it. We did it. We went Kent and back. And for those that didn't know, and those that knew, last weekend what happened, I Priest Someone Else had a concert, a gig in Woolwich, Plumstead Road. Now, them sides there, it's far, you know. Like from where we're at, West and Northwest London, to go all the way down to Woolwich. It's like a day journey by car, you know. A day journey, you know. Like from Peckham, Woolwich is far. From Peckham, Woolwich is far, you know. Like Woolwich is not no around the corner business you're dealing with. And it's a very Nigerian area. You get me? Like fully Nigerian, but they built it up as well at the same time. Like by Woolwich Arsenal, by the sea, you got new blocks of flats, and it's looking clean still, I'll be real. But anyway, yeah, we had a gig last weekend on Saturday at Dubai Lounge. Shout out to Kaz that came through and supported. You get me? Only one person supported High Priest Someone Else. That's very disappointing, you know. High Priest Someone Else doing the most on road, on radio, everywhere. Only one person supported High Priest Someone Else. Put their money where their mouth is, you know. And I appreciate that person, Kaz, for coming through. You get me? Like, it's not a joke. Like, sometimes I lose motivation with the meta-science. But the meta-science is the meta-science. And we have to keep holding onto the rope. You're done, no meta-science. So anyway, we did a nice performance. We got some footage as well of the performance. We're going to play some shortly. And pretty much that's it. This week, it's been peak still. You know why? Because there's no job for High Priest. All this week, no job. High Priest Someone Else been sitting down at home. And it's like, there's no job until next year. And we're like, oh, this is long. You get me? Because like no money is coming in. And the money that we're supposed to get, we're still waiting due to institutionalized and systematic racism. You follow that, and gross misconduct and gross negligence. And we're keeping it 100. We ain't saying names, but you know who you are. And it has to, and you know, it don't have to stop, because at the end of the day, what goes around comes around. You follow that. If you're not doing the righteous thing, the non-righteous thing is going to come back to you. You follow that. The law of correspondence. Again, what goes around comes around. So that's that. Now today, I Priest Someone Else. Again, he was just chilling at home, not much to do, sitting down, had a falafel. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. I didn't have a sleep. But yeah, I've just been active. Today is the start of the winter solstice, which means basically the end of the sun, the end of the cycle. So between the 21st and the 25th, for sunset and sunrise will be equal, or the amount of daylight will be equal to the amount of no light. You follow that? So this is the point in this hemisphere where everything is slowing down at its peak. You follow that, especially even human activity. When it hits the 25th, everything stops. No transport, no shops, nothing. However, this year, things are happening rapidly. Things are already stopped. You can imagine what's been in the news this week, all every day, is a lot of strikes. And I pray someone else not shocked or surprised about these strikes. Like it's been coming, a bit slow, for these people. But hey, at least it's here. Better late than never. And yeah, it fits well with what we're going to talk about tonight. Because yeah, we got stuff to talk about. You get me? That relates to the strikes. I think someone else going to take a quick break. But stay tuned to the Meta Science. You're done now, Meta Science. Let's go. One second. All right, so let's go back in. Yes, so we're back now, and yeah, it's just been long. You know what I mean? Like this end of the year, a lot of stuff's going on. Samantha says the sun's going far away, but it's been a warm day. Of course, it's been a warm day. Can't complain. Weather's good. I pray someone else doesn't have to wear gloves no more outside. I pray someone else's hands are never frozen. Last week it was frozen. You get me? For those that smoke, they know that when it's them icy conditions, even to spot the J, it's a bit difficult because it's so cold that the flame just goes out ASAP. But yeah, so literally, yeah, so everything is back, well, slightly back to normal except for the strikes. At the moment, we've got the ambulance striking, NHS strike, or the whole of NHS striking. The postman is striking. The rail is striking. The border force is striking. This country is falling apart, mate. This country is falling apart. Now, many people are now starting to realize that it's end of days. You follow that. It's never been this bad. It's never been like this. Is new breaking records now. We're breaking records of the suffering in this country. The economy is okay, like superficially, but people are fed up. They're fed up. Like all these nurses working 12 hours shift every day and not getting paid adequately and saying they don't care anymore. They don't care. They're saying now it's do or die. You get me? That's their mentality. They're on the revolution mentality. You follow that? It's do or die. They're doing And they don't care if anybody dies. They've already said it. They said, make sure you don't drink too much over this Christmas period, because there's no ambulance gonna save you. Like if you have a heart attack or anything and you need an ambulance to rescue you and take you to the hospital, they're telling you already, make sure you have your own form of transport in this Christmas period or holiday period. You follow that. Also, happy Hanukkah to all my Hebrew Israelites. You think I forgot you? Nah, mate. We ain't forgotten you. So happy Hanukkah. We got 8 days of Hanukkah. So far, we've done 2. And yeah, we just got a lot of stuff going on, literally. So yeah, it's peak right now. It's peak. What else? I pre someone I was speaking to his friend, who's a postman, and was saying, oh, what happens if I post my letters in first class recorded today? Is it gonna arrive before Christmas? And he was saying, like, to be honest, there's a backlog of mail in the main office done deliberately because of the strikes. So he doesn't know. He said, but it's better for you to post it now than never. Like they're eventually gonna get it before possibly New Year, but you want it before Christmas, so at least they've got the message. Not when it's New Year, they're getting the message. You know what I mean? You want them to be thinking. Because remember, when we're writing our letters are not really nice. Our letters are like when you're getting a letter from the courtyard. You follow that. That's the kind of meta science writing I appreciate someone else be doing when he's writing letters to the enemy. Now, okay, the time is 8:49. We've got about 11 minutes left until the break. I appreciate someone else wants to do a small prayer now because he's feeling it. So let's do a small prayer. So we give thanks and praises to Atum Ray, Amun Ray, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, El Elyon, El Shaddai, Yahweh, Adonai, Marduk, Melchizedek, Al Kadir, Usa, Uset, Eru, Anu, Enki, Ma'at, Ptah, Rastafari, Haile Selassie, METASCIENCE, to mommy, to daddy, to granny, to granddad, to the ancestors, and to the Most High. Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim, La ilaha illallah. We give thanks and praises to the Most High for protecting us and guiding us, and also being present in our spiritual armor when we're dealing with Babylon. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for the forgiveness for our sins and the mercy upon our souls. We also give thanks and praises to the Most High for protecting our loved ones who are here on planet Earth and also in the spirit world. We give thanks and praises to the Most High for the grace upon our lives. We give thanks and praises to the Most High for giving us revelations in our life and life experiences that is there to make our spirit evolve. We give thanks and praises to the Most High for making sure we have enough to survive these hard times. We give thanks and praises to the Most High for every breath that we inhale and every moment that we live. And lastly, we give thanks and praises to the Most High for protecting us and guiding us, and also being our as we walk the path of righteousness, so that we can enter the kingdom of heaven, which is Zion. Amen. Amun METASCIENCE. Now I pray someone else hopes you felt that soul in your spirit coming from your radio speakers. Now we are moving on, and so tonight we're gonna have a main event because everybody knows they've been waiting for this project to come out, although it's out on CD. But we're gonna get into that in the news and views. Now, I appreciate someone I wish he could play music, but The problem is, if I play music, some of these sites will be like, oh, copyright and all them kind of business there. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe we'll just play our own music. Who knows? So anyway, what's going on now? It's almost 8:53, 7 minutes left. Yeah, let's play this. This makes sense. So this is what happened last weekend at the Grinders and Shakers concert. Also shout out to King Kaz for bringing High Priest Amun L to this event. This event was lit. High Priest Amun L will be real. It was lit still. We mashed up the thing. And you're gonna hear it. We're just trying to find it. Okay. Yeah, we got it now. So this is what happened at the event last weekend. It was good. You should have came. You should have come. You missed out. Like what we said. When you hear High Priest Amun L on radio, you're just hearing a fraction of the metal science, or you're feeling a fraction of the metal science. But when High Priest Amun L's live in person, his energy is strong, sometimes overwhelming, but it is what it is. So anyway, let's play this now. So this is what happened last week or last weekend. Bringing up positive vibes. So the High Priest Amun L has one little task that he wants you to do. He wants you to say, all right. Now, the last track we're gonna play is a tune called Revolution. And we kind of retired from rap because man them don't get the metal science. And we have to now switch it up because people them don't know the metal science. Listen to this kind of music. So are you ready for the last track? If you are, make some noise. Let's go. Cause it's revolution, hands up now, cause it's revolution. And no things to say, cause it's revolution. Cause it's revolution, are you ready for this revolution? Are you ready for this revolution? All right. So yeah, so that was the performance last weekend that we did in Woolwich, Plumstead Road, Dubai Lounge. That day was a busy day, non-stop, no rest, no break, straight from 7 o'clock all the way till 1 a.m. High Priest Amun L was on his feet. It was a mash up. High Priest Amun L couldn't feel his feet, couldn't feel his groin, couldn't feel anything. The next day, couldn't really walk. It was peak, man. And it was cold as well. Then, oh my days, that day, like again, it was that -3, -4. the ground, the ground was just cold. High Priest Amun was wearing the big black boots, and it was still like feeling like High Priest Amun was walking on ice in those big black boots. You can imagine. And most people, again in London last weekend, knew or know how cold it was and can relate to High Priest Amun. It was peak, man. It was not good. It was proper white man weather. You get me? And High Priest Amun, I was just saying it like that. Black man country is not cold like that. My brothers in Africa or in the Caribbean have never experienced snow or a cold winter. They've never experienced that. They never experienced the temperature going to 0 degrees Celsius. And we went, let's say, not beyond, we went minus that or below that. We went below that to like -4, some places -8. You follow that. So yeah, so that's what happened last weekend. Again, positive vibes, a good energy. Got to meet a lot of people and stuff. And that was the last gig of 2022 for the High Priest Amun. Next year, we're looking to do more things, be more turn up. You get me? Just do everything. And just keep building the metal science. Eventually, we're going to build the lodge and get things cracking. You get me? 2023 is do or die now. There's no more excuses for High Priest Amun. You follow that. He knows the game. He knows what to do. He just has to implement it and stay out of trouble. You follow that. And the same to you. You should know the game by now. You should know what you're doing. And you should now, 2023, is to implement that. Is to make it happen. You follow that. There's no excuses anymore. Like, we've been through the most, so now anything is possible. You follow that. If we made it through lockdown and those dark times there, right now is time to make that difference. So with that, High Priest Amun is going to catch you after the break. So stay tuned to omegafmradio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM, and also YouTube Live. Amun and stay tuned to Metal Science.
Omega Radio, 104.1 FM. News and views around your community.
This is the omegaradio.co.uk news at 9. The presidents of Ukraine and the United States have met at the White House on Volodymyr Zelensky's first overseas trip since Russia invaded his country in February.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I really wanted to come further. Mr. President knows about it, but I couldn't do it because the situation was so difficult.
Washington is sending Patriot surface-to-air missiles to Kiev's forces as part of further assistance. Mr. Zelensky also gave Joe Biden a medal passed on from a Ukrainian soldier to thank him for the help so far. A man who's been given a whole life prison term for murdering.
That's what we're saying.
A home in Derbyshire.
It's hot. I mean, it's cold.
House monster by police. Damien Bendel, who's 32, pleaded guilty to killing Terry Harris, her daughter's son, and their friend in Killamook last year. Some people might be listening to the advice, with some trust in England reporting fewer 999 calls as thousands of ambulance staff and paramedics go on strike until midnight. We're asked to only call in an emergency. The walkout's mainly about pay, with ministers insisting their offer is based on suggestions from an independent panel. Employees say that was before the jump in inflation. Motorcycle response paramedic Richard Kingham says they're acting to stop more patients suffering.
Just because there's no A&E beds doesn't mean they're not getting the correct care, but there's also no community nurses. Throughout the NHS, we're struggling to get any care or any referrals done properly.
Meanwhile, nurses in Scotland are preparing for strike action next year. They've rejected the latest pay offer. And Celtic are looking to restore their 9-point lead at the top of the Scottish Premiership with a win against Livingston. It's currently goalless at Parkhead. And Manchester United against Burnley is just getting underway in the fourth round of the League Cup at Old Trafford. Arsenal are through to the quarterfinals of the Women's Champions League after thrashing Zurich 9-1. That's the latest.
Amiga, you're the thinking people station. Omega does not support or condone any conspiracy theories regarding.
Yeah, of course.
Omega management team
All of that.
encourages all.
Anyway, so let's get back to it now. So, yeah, we're going to talk about the Revolution press conference. We're going to talk about the stuff that's going on, all of that. Yeah, that's good, that's good. That's good. What is sarsaparilla? Okay. Is it red? Because like you're saying, it's like iron in it, and iron is red. Exactly. Because of the iron mineral. Yes, bro, you're right. We just get the still got okay. We almost got time to come back in. Still got time, but like it's almost time to get in. Yeah, my laptop is moving slow. I don't know why, man. It's annoying. Like proper slow.
I never imagined that the Crip gang would spread throughout California, throughout the nation, throughout the world. And I deeply regret the legacy that left because he left the legacy of genocide, black on black genocide. And I apologize for my part in it, but I am deeply encouraged to see you here today. That lets me know.
So let me take this off. Oh, man, it's hot, you know.
Seeing it for what it is. No one can have a better influence on gang violence or gang culture than gang members themselves, and therefore best positioned to reverse this course of violence. But we must do work. We must get out there. We must forge peace. We must stop exterminating one another. We must stop all of this madness, because at the end of the day, we have only ourselves to blame. We must have a do or die attitude, as we were as street warriors, to rebuild our culture and to create a new lasting legacy of peace.
One minute, I'm coming back. Coming back, don't worry, I'm coming back. I am mental science. And the mental science. And the mental science. Let's go. Marching in the streets because it's revolution. Do or die right now because it's revolution. Time's up now because it's revolution. And the date is here because it's revolution. Stomping my big black boots because it's revolution. Queens, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me say revolution. Come on. Revolution, 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 revolution. All right. Now, welcome back to the METASCIENCE Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via OmegaFMRadio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM, and also on YouTube Live and Instagram Live. You can check out the High Priest Amun L live and direct in 4K vision at OmegaFMRadio.co.uk's headquarters on YouTube Live and Instagram Live. If you want to check him out, High Priest Amun L, go to YouTube and type in YouTube search engine Amun L, and you will find High Priest Amun L's YouTube channel. Also, you can check out the Instagram, and you'll see High Priest Amun L Instagram page and High Priest Amun L live and direct. If you type in high_priest_720 on Instagram, you're done. No METASCIENCE. Let's go. So now, tonight, is everybody ready? Is everybody ready for the main event on the METASCIENCE Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show via OmegaFMRadio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM? If you are, make some noise now. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and gods and goddesses, we are here, the hundreds that are listening on YouTube Live and Instagram Live, and to the millions that are listening on OmegaFMRadio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM. Let's get ready for the METASCIENCE. Tonight, the main event on the METASCIENCE Ministries Reasoning and Fellowship Show is the press conference for the Revolution Project. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're talking about this beat right here. This one. Revolution, 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 revolution. Yes, my kings and queens and gods and goddesses, we are talking about the Revolution Project press conference tonight. Now, the reason why we have delayed and postponed this Revolution press conference, because we've had trouble with our distribution, trying to get it onto all streaming platforms. But finally, we managed to get it on the streaming platforms. And this project is going to be released on the 23rd of December. So this week, this Friday, this weekend, just in time for Christmas. You follow that? Just in time for Christmas. And we're not, to be honest, we're on time because we've had this project. And what we've been talking about earlier on the show, that all of a sudden there's strikes, all of a sudden there's human rights being broken in Iran. Everybody's going in strike in UK, the rail, NHS, ambulance, postman, border force, everybody. And this is the soundtrack. This is the soundtrack of the times. Revolution. Now, High Priest Amun, obviously, this track was made before the strikes, before all of that. So how come you only had the provision or the vision before we even got to this stage? Now, my kings and queens and gods and goddesses, you know that Amun El is the High Priest Amun El. And we don't play, we're not playing with the thing. When we're saying these things, when we're saying we're high priests, when we're saying we mess with the METASCIENCE, it's for a reason. Because we are in our own dimension, i.e., we are in our own paradigm, or in our macabre, our light vehicle, and we see things ahead of time. We're already in we're already present or omnipresent, i.e., we're already in heaven. And what do they talk about in heaven? We are in heaven and we're in hell. And what do they talk about in the Bible in heaven? One day in heaven is like 1,000 years on earth. So if we already are present or omnipresent, i.e., we're everywhere, present in heaven, present in hell, present in the physical, present in the spiritual, that means that applies to us, that concept. But one day in heaven, like 1,000 years on earth. So we already knew what time it was. And people are just catching up with this revolution. Now, some people say, oh, the revolution won't be televised. The revolution is already here. Like we don't even know what's going on. Now, the High Priest Someone else just wants to make it clear that this is end of days. This is do or die. Time's up for Babylon. They know it. Look, we've got an Indian prime minister. That's the sign of the times. But they have, but these draconian, these lizards, these reptilians have no more power anymore. You follow that? More time, the Dravidian is getting back their power, or the Indians are getting their power, the Hindu Kushite is getting their power back. You follow that? And yes, we made this track for all these events. To be honest, this track is the soundtrack for 2023 and beyond. Because this track is timeless. Shout out to Lady M on Instagram. Shout out to Lady M Mama. Now, the concept of this track, Revolution, came about. Why did it come? Because, Freedom was a project at the start of the year. The Freedom Project, what you've heard, everybody's heard, was about remembering who we are, that we are free, that our human rights are not intact, but we're taking back our human rights, etc., etc. And we've been on our musical journey. And we've been to different places this year as well. We've been to Sudan and we've been England. We haven't been too many places, to be honest, but we've been Sudan this year. And their revolution inspired High Priest someone else in terms of writing this track. And also other factors, i.e. in UK. Because this track is completely different from what High Priest someone else used to produce it. This is a heavy metal track. This is rock and roll. You follow that. This ain't no hip hop. You can hear the beat. Maybe some say it could be a hybrid, but High Priest someone else had the intention to make a rock and roll beat. Like, we got fed up of hip hop because, to be honest, the man them and the women, the queens, they're not supporting High Priest, especially the black ones, the Pan-African ones. They're not supporting High Priest someone else. And we've done this experiment with the Conscious Tape project, which was the first project in 2017 when we dropped that, the Conscious Tape. And yeah, it was the first project, you know. Some say the first project is the best project because it's the most raw project. It's the project where, you know, you're trying to bust, you're trying to make it, you know, and you don't have, you know, you're naive in the music industry. You don't even know what's going on, but you're passionate and your soul is in the project. And, you know, like, it's done its job. But then we moved on now to the Trap I'm On project, which was during lockdown. And to be honest, we started to learn the ropes and learn the rules to the game with that project. And we were still pushing, we were still Pan-African them times there. Like, High Priest someone else was Pan-African. It's even the Conscious Tape. If you look at the artwork with Conscious Tape, you see High Priest someone else in the Giza Plateau by the pyramids. Real picture. No Photoshop, none of that. Real picture. And then you see High Priest someone else posing with the Sphinx in the Giza Plateau for the track list. You get me? So we've been doing this Pan-Africanism. We've been doing it before it was trending, before it was cool. You get me? Man has done it all. No one can talk to High Priest someone else about Africa because he's done it many times. So anyway, so then we move on from Trap On to now Black COVID-19 project, where we had 3 versions: the light version, the main version, the OG METASCIENCE version. Now, to be honest, that project was High Priest someone else's first break in terms of Lady M, getting to know Lady M, and becoming part of OmegaFMradio.co.uk's family. You follow that. So, okay, black people did help High Priest someone else in terms of Lady M. Specifically, she was the one. And High Priest someone else always remembers that. So, yeah, so that project was good. And then we kind of peaked from there in terms of the Pan-Africanism. We peaked. We got to the highest point with the latter version, the OG METASCIENCE version, where Empress Khalila and also, you see, this is what we're saying. Low people like High Priest someone else. It's not like High Priest someone else forgotten. It's 2021, but this is what we're saying. Like, the people from the get-go, from the beginning, are no longer, they're nowhere to be found. Let me close this water before it spills. So, yeah, Jenny, Empress Jenny was helping in that project as well. And it got to the peak, even Sister Ivy. And most of these people, High Priest someone else, don't even see no more. You follow that? So this is the Black COVID-19 OG METASCIENCE project. Yeah, the last Pan-African project, to be honest. Then we moved on from that. So that's like the end of 2021. Now we're going into 2022. And we don't have to talk about the story with the Freedom Project, because more time that was supposed to be like a collaboration with someone on the radio, but it never happened. It wasn't meant to be. And then we started now more going for the European sound with the Freedom Project. You follow that? It was more commercial in a sense. It wasn't that hardcore, rough and rugged. It was, but in a different way. You follow that? And that was, to be honest, with that project, again, it's like one of the most successful projects for High Priest Amun L. You follow that? One of the most successful. A lot of gigs, a lot of tours, a lot of streams, a lot of love from that project, a lot of hard copy sales like CDs. We sold most of the CDs, got a couple left. You know what I mean? That was the very most successful project, to be honest. Then we moved on from the Freedom Project back to our grassroots of OmegaFMradio.co.uk, organizing mothers to eradicate gun and knife atrocities. To be honest, that project is the flagship tune or the soundtrack for OmegaFMradio.co.uk, aka 104.1 FM, organizing mothers to eradicate gun and knife atrocities. You follow that? The Stop the Violence campaign, which, to be honest, is still there. It's still like a long-term campaign, but we kind of moved on. Like, it's on pause. When we're ready to go back to that project, when we, like, to be honest, when we're ready to make a movie, Stop the Violence, then yeah, we'll consider that project. So anyway, so now we're into Revolution, and tonight is the press conference. So, High Priest Amun L, I'm also, feel free to ask some questions. Call 07539 968143 or text 07539 968143. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to Smiley. Shout out to everybody that's listening to High Priest Amun L right now. You're done though, Metal Science. So yeah, anyway, so High Priest Amun L came to the conclusion. To be honest, when did we come to the conclusion? Possibly, it was more, to be honest, after the Stop the Violence campaign, when we did the Stop the Violence concert, and we realized, like, who is High Priest Amun L's true fans? And to be honest, more time, it was the white people. And we keep it real, keep it 100. And we realize now, for High Priest Amun L to be more commercially successful, like, for example, like Bob Marley, like all the reggae artists, their music is, we wouldn't say tailored for white people, but it appeals to white people. And then High Priest Amun L realized you can only go so far with rap. When you compare, like, the greatest rap songs to the greatest rock songs, you realize that hip-hop is here, yeah, and rock and roll is, yeah. Like, there's a big difference in terms of success. Like, for example, like, if I go now onto YouTube, and let's say I type in one of the greatest songs, like, let's say Dr. Dre, Still DRE, that's like one of the greatest rap songs. classic. Okay, it's got 1.2 billion views on YouTube. Yeah. Now, if I compare, like, let's say Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, it's got 1.5 billion streams or views on YouTube. Okay, this is what we're trying to say. If we go now to, let's say, all right, let's keep it. Very commercial track. Let's go to Eminem. I mean, you can pick any of them. Like, I don't Lose Yourself, Stan. I think let's go with Stan because that's like more of them the breakthrough tracks for him. Well, it's not really too good. It's only 609 million views. Let me try something else. Or Lose Yourself. Like, they're all like, you know what I mean? Like these kind of tracks. Lose Yourself. Or even Biggie. Let's wait for it to load. Just taking a little bit of time. So now we've got Lose Yourself. Okay, 1.2 billion. Not the official channel, but you get the picture. 1.2 billion views. And if I go for Eminem, and if I go now to another rap song, something like that caliber, let's say Metallica, Nothing Else Matters. Okay, 1.1 billion. Okay, the point what we're trying to make is that I think someone else realize for him to be more commercially successful, he has to appeal to people that are going to support High Priest someone else. Now, we're not saying that there's no black people supporting High Priest someone else. We never said that. But the majority of the people that are supporting, especially last weekend, no black people supported High Priest someone else last weekend at his gig. Only white people. Die hard, like what we're saying, coming all the way from Kent, you know. Yeah, from the sea. You see, like where Folkestone, Dover, by the seaside, them places there, you know. You get me? And it's like, High Priest someone else a businessman. And if there's a demand, i.e., the metal science is a demand. There is a demand for the metal science from, let's say, the white people. But they're feeling it more than the black people. Why is High Priest someone else going to make music for black people and black people are not supporting it? You follow that. Shout out to Western Goddess. So we thought, you know, we're going to retire from rap. Rap is not the focus no more for any big project. Like we will still do like a feature or, you get me, like freestyle on the radio, but that's about it for rap. No more big project, no more videos, no more Abbey Road studio, none of that. Rap is just free, it's just mixtapes, jacking beats, or features. You follow that. Maybe in the future we might do like a cypher. Yeah, a conscious rap cypher. That's something that's still in the pipeline for 2023. We've got the beat, we've got everything. It's just the artist, the right artist to come on the track. The time is 9:31. So anyway, so this Revolution project, we started possibly before Carnival time. So around early August, we went to our Odyssey Studios in West London. And I Priest someone else was like to his producer or his sound engineer, but we're gonna change it up this time. We're gonna do heavy metal. And he was like, sure, yeah, let's do this, man. So we went in the studio, we spent about 2 hours creating this beat, what you can hear. Obviously, it doesn't sound like this. It didn't sound like this from the beginning. It was very, let's say, how do they say it when you mix it? It was muddy, very muddy. This track, very, very muddy. It just fully did not sound like this. But anyway, so we made the beat, took about 2 hours. We made it all on computer, on Logic. To be honest, it sounds good, but it'd be nicer if it was played with live instruments. Like if someone could play it live, most probably they can. It's not hard. You get me, with an electric guitar, the percussion, the bass. They could probably do it. And it would sound even more sick. So anyway, yeah. So we studied the formula. So we started listening to Marilyn Manson, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Rage Against the Machine. Who else? Some wrestling thingy bobs, like music, Motorhead, Black Sabbath. Oh yeah, shout out to Samantha for introducing man to Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath, who don't know, is like Ozzy Osbourne's old band. Yeah, we started listening there, and we realized the formula of rap, of rock and roll. And to be honest, it's not much singing. There is, but it's not really much bars. Like the max they will have for a verse, maybe eight bars for a verse, and more time it's just hook and chorus and bridge. That's the most like is emphasized is the bridge, the hook, the chorus. That's what they emphasize the most. So we did that. So we made it 8 bars verse, bridge, chorus, or bridge, hook, chorus. Now, for those that want to know what is the bridge on the track, the bridge is marching in the streets because it's revolution. Do or die right now because it's revolution. Time's up now because it's revolution. End of days is here because it's revolution. That's the bridge. Marching in the streets because it's revolution. Do or die right now because it's revolution. Time's up now because it's revolution. End of days is here because it's revolution. Stomping my big black boots because it's revolution. Queens, are you ready for this revolution? Kings, are you ready for this revolution? Let me hear you say revolution. Come on. Revolution, revolution. Revolution, revolution. Revolution, revolution. Revolution, revolution. Now that's the hook and the chorus together. Okay? And what more? How did High Priest Amun write these bars? Well, we just made a mind map. We put in the middle of the mind map revolution. Do we have the bars? The hard copy? Yes, we do. What did we write down? We got it. They say when you write it down, it adds more power. By the way, that's the Freedom mixtape. If you can see, yeah, we still got like 1 or 2 left. So, and during this time, oh, it's peak. Look, water damage to the bars. Can't even go back. Can't even see what happened. But yeah, anyway, so written it down. I was going through a difficult time. We had a mind map, but it's, yeah, you can see the water damage. But yeah, it's cool. We can still see what happened. So revolution, we're talking about 99%. End of days, deception, protest, togetherness, stuff like that. And that was like MC, like the concept, i.e. that was like our ideas at the time of how we're gonna write the bars and how it's gonna all come together, how we're gonna tell a story. So when we did that, we also was getting ready for the artwork. For those who don't know the artwork, this is one of the artworks. We've got 2 artworks, but this is for the mixtape. That's the artwork for the mixtape. Yeah, so anyway, and this artwork is Pan-African all the way, coming all the way from Nigeria. Yeah, and it's proper. You don't know METASCIENCE. We got this is the artwork on the t-shirt. This is the main artwork on the t-shirt, as you can see, for the Spotify and Apple Music and all of that. So anyway, so as we're writing the bars, we believe that we should have 2 versions. So Revolution, there's 2 versions. We've got the Revolution clean version and the Revolution explicit freedom fighter version, as you can see. As you can see, yes. So you got 2 versions. The Revolution clean version that you've partially heard on the radio, and then we got the Revolution explicit freedom fighter version, which is not for the radio, which is not for Spotify, which is not for any streaming platform, because it will get taken down immediately, because the lyrics are too hardcore, and only if you're a die-hard freedom fighter, you'll be brave enough to play that on road or in your car. You follow that. Or it's not even for those, it's not for everybody. That it's only for people who are ready to support and buy the CD. You get me? It's only for those kind of people there. You follow that version. But yeah, so we made 2 versions. We made the clean version, and then we made the freedom fighter version. And obviously the freedom fighter version is the best version, because it's the exclusive version that you cannot hear on any streaming platform, and it's the real raw, rough and rugged METASCIENCE. You follow that? So my man come true, spiritual dub doctor, he scared me. Come quietly, almost caught high priest slipping.
Ninja.
Yeah, ninja. Yeah, so we got yeah. But anyway, so we're talking about this project, but it's coming out on the 23rd of December, which is the Friday. And yeah, basically, there's 2 versions. We've got the mixtape out now for only $12.99 on the website. It's cheaper if you see man on road. You get me? Well, yeah, we've got that out now. Good Christmas present, good Hanukkah present, good Kwanzaa present. You get me? It satisfies all. And what a time for it to be released, especially when we're dealing with strikes left, right, and center. Like what we said, we were beyond ahead of time when we created this project. And it's only now people are catching up with revolution and talking about revolution, when we've been screaming this since the beginning. And like what we said, this is the soundtrack for anybody that's striking right now. If you have a big speaker, this is what you should be playing on your speaker when you're out there striking. You follow that. Because and Freedom Song as well. Freedom Song is a good one as well to be playing. But this one is relevant for what's going on right now, because people are fed up going on and they want, to be honest, a revolution. That's it. You get me? It's not no change. We're sick and tired. It's revolution time. So anyway, so we made this project for the future. It's a timeless project. You're hearing the instrumental right now. Like what we said, we made it on the computer. It was mastered at Abbey Road Studios, and to be honest, they made a hell of a difference. People say, "Oh, you don't have to go Abbey Road and spend all this money," and you get me. That it's all branding and that. But listen, you see, when it comes to your craft, You want the best for your craft. You follow that. You don't want to limit yourself. Yeah, especially with your craft. You want it to make sure that it's shining, that it's polished. You follow that. And all the mastering is really polishing the track, making sure that the mix is not muddy, you know what I mean, or boosting it up. And certain people don't have that technology. And people always keep saying, yeah, the analog technology is expensive and you can do everything with the virtual or the simulation or the plugins. Now the plugins, they're good to a certain degree, but it's different. When you hear a live instrument or when you're using the real equipment, it's got a different frequency, it's got a different energy compared to the computer. The computer, what's his name? Oh, he was just online as well. On
Logic.
No, not Logic. No, it's a DJ, specific DJ. He used to produce for Ice Cube. He's Dr. Dre's cousin. He was saying something. Oh, what's his name? Let me just type in the Ice Cube album. I'll get it. I've got his name, but yeah, like he was saying something like about it. Let's call it America's Most Wanted. Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, America's Most Wanted. He was saying something that with music, because music sounds the same nowadays because everybody's using the same program, i.e., they're using Logic. Yeah. So when they're mixing it down, when you have a mixing desk, it has different capacitors, different components. Every mixing desk is unique. So when you're playing your track or when you're sound engineering, you have to sound engineer it accordingly to what is to your mixing desk. So every mix is going to sound different. But now, when everybody's using Logic Pro or Logic 10, everybody's using the same system. So everybody's music is sounding the same. And to be honest, everybody knows that everybody's music is sounding the same. So, okay. So that's it. His name is Sir Jinx. Yeah, that's the guy who produced most of Ice Cube's projects. And he was saying, that everybody's using the same programs and it's sounding all the same. So now when we're using Abbey Road, it's not going to sound the same because they're using they're using the analog equipment most of the time. You know what I mean? So we've made it that's the bar. That's the bar. You get me? That's the minimum. Yeah, no, especially because we're on Omega radio.co.uk. So we want the music to sound good in your car, to sound good anywhere, to sound good in jail, to sound good everywhere. You get me? So that's why we're using that. And like what we said, if you listen to the mix, the pre-master, you'll see the difference, what we're talking about. Even when we send our master to our sound engineer was like, yeah, he's feeling it, but then he wasn't feeling it because he was like, oh, but the mastering engineer, he added his own flavor to it, but it doesn't sound the same, but he wants it to sound the same. And when High Priest Amun requested it from the sound engineer to do a remaster, the sound engineer has not the master engineer has not got back to High Priest Amun and said anything. If in fact it's like more of an insult, but he put in his own effort. He did beyond what he was supposed to do for this track. He was feeling the track so much that he had to put his own flavor in the track. You follow that? And to be honest, we're grateful. We give thanks to that sound engineer because, like what we said, it sounds good. We've heard it on different sound systems, and it sounds proper. You follow that? Like if you listen to it on separates on your sound system right now, this music, you don't hear no distortion. You don't hear anything just sounding out of place. It sounds like it was meant to be. You follow that? So anyway, the time is 9:46. Now we're coming up to the conclusion. C8T6 says hi, bro. Yeah, hi. How you doing? Hope you're all right. Talking about the Revolution project. So pretty much we've explained the concept behind this project, why it's coming out this time, because again, it's just metal science. We'll flow with the nature. Like it wasn't meant to be delayed, but it was delayed for a reason. And this is the reason, because now everybody's ready for revolution. Everybody's standing outside, going on strike, saying that they're not going back to work until they get paid more for the cost of living, etc., etc. So this is like what we're saying. This is the soundtrack for the times right now. We also got a music video coming out soon, but to be honest, we don't know when that music video is coming out because we relied on a brother. High Priest someone else was skeptical. You get me, Carl? When it comes to all this creativity and that, yeah, we got soul, yeah, we're colorful, yeah, we've got all of that. But when it comes to business with black people, it's just a headache. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You get me? Like, we've been through it. We've done it all. Like, especially with this music thing. Like what we said, when we go to our studio, it's just white people we deal with. Because it's just professional and they get the job done. You know what I mean? Efficiently. But anyway, we trusted our brother. Our brother was like to us, that he wants to do the project, he wants to record, he wants to edit, he wants to treat it, that he was gassing High Priest someone else, he was influencing, telling him, that make me like I want to do it, I'll do the project for $3 bills, 150, recording, 150, edit. High Priest someone else said, no problem, let's do this. He came through, he recorded. This was around Guy Fawkes' time, so around November 5th, I believe. He recorded the footage with his camera. High Priest someone else took a break. He went to Sudan for 10 days, came back. High Priest someone else waiting for the edit. Obviously, there was no rush because we were having trouble with our distribution, trying to get it out there on the streaming platforms. And we were like, yeah, there's no rush. In fact, we're ready, but when you're ready, let man know. Until this day, we still haven't even got a first draft, a first draft of the music video. And High Priest someone else fed up. He's fed up, To be honest, let's play the soundbite. What High Priest someone else said today. Hopefully, there's no swearing. I don't think High Priest someone else will be swearing anyway. But let's play it. Let me tell the guy what we said, so you can all hear. And we don't care, to be honest, because it's sometimes people need to know. Yeah, and High Priest someone else takes it as a disrespect and a dishonor. Okay, we paid for what we've got. Well, we haven't really paid for what we've got because we still haven't got our footage. But anyway, let's play this now. You're done now, METASCIENCE. Let's go.
Look, man is trying to release this track, yeah, this Friday. Okay? Man wanted to release everything this Friday. You're not ready to release, you haven't even done one draft yet. You get me? And it's gonna take, you're busy. You get me? You're not, like this, you don't do this full time. You do not do this full time. This ain't your craft. You get me? You do something else. Yeah? There's other men, but this is their thing full time. Like, that's what they do. You get me? That's their craft. Now, I given you, like, what? Before I even went to Sudan, you get me? That was like the beginning of November. You know what I mean? I went to Sudan in the middle of November and went at the end of December. You get me? So that's almost like 2 months, yeah, for the editing. You know what I mean? And it's not a movie we're doing. We're not doing no movie. We're not doing a feature-length film. We're just doing a music video. And maximum it will take for a music video about a week. You get me? But I've let you do your thing. Now, when I need it now, you get me? Because now is the deadline. Yeah, you haven't come true. Now, I'm not saying I don't appreciate what you've done. You get me? But on a business level, this is unacceptable, bro. You get me? Yeah? And I don't want to say it's black man timing because that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Carl, you get me? That's just not an excuse. It should be business. The way I gave you the money for the footage, for you to do the footage. You get me? And I've been telling you, like, I'm ready to give you the money for the editing. You know what I mean? And you've not taken this project seriously like that. You know what I mean? And then I chose you because I thought that you're gonna have my back. You get me? Yeah, I chose you over the white man because when I go with the white man, I never have this problem. You get me? That's why I do everything when it comes to music with the white man, because I never have problems like this. It's just straight, bam, 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 done. You know what I mean? No long thing. But I thought, let me go with my brother. Yeah, and I wouldn't say give you an opportunity, but like I said, let me see, what you can do, because you told me you're gonna do the most, you're gonna do the best thing. You get me? And I'm still waiting. You haven't even shown me nothing. You haven't shown me anything to make my mouth water and be like, okay, I understand why it's taking that long. You haven't shown me nothing. You know what I mean? So just send me the data, please. Just send it to me. Yeah, or tell me when to come, and then I'll just come and download the thing. You get me? Because like I said, I've got other people that can do it straight away. That it will take no less than a week to do. You get me? And it will be in good quality. It will be treated, color graded, all of that. You know what I mean? And it's no long thing, same price that you're charging.
So yes, so now you heard that. Yeah, someone sending love hearts on the Instagram. So you heard that. Yeah, so that was today, this evening. It says the time 4:19 when that soundbite was sent. And we still haven't heard anything from him. He hasn't even looked at it. He hasn't even listened to it. You get me? And that's a dishonor, that's a disrespect. And High Priest Amun, I don't like that. Because like what we said, like we're trying to build, we're trying to do things, but then it's like we're just full of it. You know what I mean? And you wonder why High Priest Amun has moved on with this project in terms of this rock and roll. Because most people are not ready to support our thing. I feel it's because in this country we're living good. That's the problem. Like we're not living superb, but we're living all right. We're living better than if we're in Africa or in the Caribbean. So it's like everybody wants to be independent and don't really want to support one another. You see, look, the ones that I admire, like Lady M. Lady M has been missing for a long, long time, Like she was not joking when she said that was her last performance or last show. She has been missing still. You get me? And I miss Lady M. But you get me? A lot of people have had enough of this. You get me? And it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So anyway, so this is why, like what we said, we've changed our stance, our direction, and we've moved on from rap and hip hop. Hip hop was supposed to be high intentional power healing our people, but right now hip hop has been hijacked into drill, and it's a killing thing. Samantha says it's about who you know 100%. Well, I thought I knew this guy 100%, and you get me, like he's just let me down, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like it's the end of 2022. High Priest Amun wanted this project out there by the end of 2022, the full project, and now we're delayed with this music video. And more time, the music video is the thing that sells the track. You get me, or gets people wondering what's going on. And yeah, it's just been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. So, so it's coming eventually. Eventually it will come. And we'll keep you updated once it comes. But right now, it's not happening anytime soon. But what you can look forward to, like what we said, is going to be out on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, your favorite streaming platform is going to be there. Audio Mac, any of them, YouTube, all of them. It's going to be there. But if you want to hear it now, especially the explicit Freedom Fighter version, you got to buy the CD. You got to support the thing. You get me? Man ain't giving you everything for free. You get me, car? This costs a lot of money as well. You think this is cheap? You think going Abbey Road Studios is cheap and paying big money just to get your thing mastered, and you still got to pay for other stuff. Now, also why we've delayed this project, because we're still trying to find a marketing strategy to make sure that this project is a success, because we put in blood, sweat, and tears in this project. We know this project is a nice project and it's a very good project. It's very good. It's relevant to right now. But it's how do you get in front of the right people? That's the problem that we have with most of our music, because we believe that the people like our family and our friends are going to push it or support the thing, and they don't end up supporting the thing. And it's the strangers that end up supporting the thing. So that has been our delay, but we finally come to the conclusion that Facebook ads so far is the way to get this out there. So we're going to use Facebook ads in terms of our digital marketing strategy. If we have more money, we might pay for a billboard. You get me? We might pay for a billboard if we've got enough money. If you get me, like if we see the let's say the momentum taking off, you know what I mean, in the next 6 weeks, we might push it onto a billboard. You get me? So it's out there. The poster thing, we ain't got time like that anymore to be like sticking posters all over the place. Like it'd be nice, but that's a lot of time to do that, and more time than posters go down quickly. You get me? They take it off. So yeah, we're aiming, like what we said, we're aiming to have it on a billboard for traditional marketing, radio, press release, all of that. Like we've done it in the past. To be honest, it's a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like building a press release and getting it distributed to media outlets. You know what I mean? Unless you're going on the big ones, i.e. Capital Radio. Yeah. Time is running out. But you get me? Like, anyway, time is run out. The new project is coming out on the 21st of December. Or not 21st, 23rd of December, this Friday. Check it out. High Priest Someone Else signing off now. Yeah. Up next is Spiritual Doctor on set. Yeah, High Priest Someone Else is cutting. Bye. Have a good night. Peace. One. METASCIENCE. Let's go.
Media Radio.
Yeah, I was listening to
104.1 FM.
what you were saying, and you were saying
Around your community.
that it's the right people.